What's up, everybody? Rachel West here, along with Bucs reporter Rick Stroud. Rick, how's it going?
Hey, Rachel, I'm doing well. It was a big game over there, Raymond James tonight.
Exactly. Big Sunday night football matchup between the Bucs and the Saints. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. Definitely going to be in for a good one. It also is a rematch of week 1 of the season where the Saints did get the best of the Bucs. So what are going to be the keys for the Bucs tonight to kind of get some revenge on that loss and come out of it with a win this time?
Yeah, well, I think they're a different football team than they were, back in September. Remember, Tom Brady had never played a real game, even in preseason with the Bucs. He was just getting used to Byron Leftwich, just getting used to the offense, how he calls the game, and he didn't play particularly well. He had a couple interceptions, including a pick six early on. They didn't play well on special teams. They had a block kick and another muff punt, and so you can't make mistakes. And I felt like the Saints would have a big advantage back then because Drew Brees and Sean Payton have been together for so long, and they had their full complement of offense with Michael Thomas and obviously Alvin Kamara. So even though their offense didn't play that well, Brees only had 160 yards passing, and Kamara didn't run all that well. They were able to capitalize on those mistakes, and that's what good football teams do. But now you flash forward, and the Bucs are playing at a high level. Since week 3, I think Brees has got 17 touchdowns and 1 interception, something like that. And so it's a different football team. And yet, it's going to be a great game because these two teams do play a lot of great games. And the Bucs have to find a way, though, to go through New Orleans if they're going to win the NFC South, because this team has won it 3 years in a row.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We'll see if they can do just that tonight. Another big storyline headed into the game is the much anticipated Bucs debut of Antonio Brown. Throughout the week in practice, everyone was saying how impressed they were to see him come in the kind of shape he was in. So what kind of impact do you think he's going to have out on the field tonight?
Well, it's hard to know. I think they're going to get him involved early. If you look back a year ago when he played the one game with the Patriots, I think his first 3 passes were to Antonio Brown. And that's what I expect to try to get him the ball, not to force it to him, but to design some plays, whether they're bubble screens, whatever it is, to try to get him involved and make the Saints aware that he's there. This is going to be a tough matchup. I talked to Sean Payton about it, and they don't really know what the Bucs are going to do with Brown. The other advantage is they have Chris Godwin is going to play despite that broken finger on his left hand. He's got that thing wrapped up in a cast and a special glove. You're going to have Mike Evans. You're going to have Scotty Miller. So with those 4 receivers plus Gronkowski, that's going to be a real advantage for the Bucs offensively. Now, they're going to have to protect Tom Brady because they didn't do that in the first game. They had some trouble doing it. And then this week, they're going to be without Ali Marpet tonight. So that's going to be something to watch on the offensive line.
Right. And in that, you mentioned Chris Godwin. He's coming back from the broken finger. So how big is he going to be in the game tonight? And just as a whole, for Brady to have his full complement of offensive weapons back?
Well, I think it's huge. I mean, Chris wasn't able to catch the ball much until Friday. He's really a tough guy because let me tell you, hand surgery is nothing to sneeze about. It's pretty sore. He had some pins placed in his finger. So, there's no risk of infection, but, he does so much for them offensively, Rachel, that, you need his presence on the field because he plays in the slot. He's a big run blocker for them. He roots out linebackers and defensive ends, and he can still get down the field. So the Saints, they have to respect the fact that he's there, that he's on the field. They can't just leave him alone. And again, when you've got those, 4 receivers plus Gronkowski, you can't double everybody. Tom Brady will have his choice of trying to find a matchup that he likes.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'll have some fun with it out there tonight. Kickoff will be at 8:20, so we'll see what the Bucs can do Sunday Night Football. Thanks for joining us this time, Rick. We'll be checking back with you tomorrow after the game tonight. And everyone, be sure you're following along with Rick on Twitter throughout the game. And be sure to check out tampabay.com for live updates throughout the game as well.